Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome British singer, songwriter, guitarist Francis Dunnery. Currently, Francis is on his solo Tall Blonde Helicopter tour, and tomorrow night his Triple Door performance will be filmed for a future DVD. So if you're out at the Triple Door tomorrow night, you can be part of history being made. Francis Dunnery, welcome to the Bob River Show.
Thank you. Well, good stuff. You know, I'm a father of two. I have two daughters. I'm also a student. I've studied psychology and astrology for 17 years. I am very, very heavily into that stuff. And I've always, so you'll always hear elements of psychology and astrology behind anything I do. It's just the way I've developed my reality over the years. I trained horses for about 4 or 5 years, which was a very interesting thing. And probably, if I could put myself down to one word, it'd probably be explorer. I like to explore new things. I really do. I like new stuff. I like to put myself in situations where I'm not comfortable and see what happens, because it's very creative. The thing that I'm most pleased about the show is because for the 3 hours before I went on stage, I found this new guitar piece that I wanted to play in the first song, and I was afraid I was going to forget it, so I kept playing it and playing it and playing it. And usually what happens is when you go on stage and you try to do it, you usually forget it, but I remembered it perfectly. So the first guitar solo in the first song, that's really all I wanted to do, just get that right, and I got it right, so from then on it was just easy.
The first thing Francis asked me definitely had to be what my star sign was. As it always is, just about everybody.
And what is your star sign?
I'm a Pisces, right on the cusp. He was doing my star chart this morning, getting a little too deep. Started talking about, you know, parent issues and everything, not the best thing to go into a show with.
When anybody does a rock concert, they don't really sing. They just like grunt and make like all sorts of weird noises, because you can't really sing. The volume is so loud behind you, and like the whole, you know, the drums are like, and you end up listening to your singing going like, you know, you sound like wolves eating like a deer or something like that, like.
Like, I've never played keyboards in a band before. That was my first experience. Francis just pushed me on stage and said, here you go, and here I am doing the DVD shoot. So it's kind of crazy, but everyone's incredibly supportive, which is great.
And he had a whole other band picked out over there, so I was able to go over and play with him, which was fantastic. So we played 8 shows together. We had two rehearsals, and then I've played 2 U.S. gigs with him, and this is our 3rd. Francis, can you wait 1 minute? I'm talking about you, man.
Trying to tell good stories.
I'm telling good stories about you. He knows. So this is our third show together, actually, as this configuration. Yeah.
That's not what you do.
I'm not really doing it to get people to like me. I learned pretty quick that they don't. So I've just got to kind of do it. You know, this is part of what I do. It's part of who I am, and I do it for that reason.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a definite energy with what we have. You know, I think at least. I know Paul feels the same way, and so does everybody actually does. Yeah, it's great. You can just feel it. It's one of those things where you're not thinking, you're just sort of feeling it. You know, and everybody's on the same page. Everybody's watching Paul. Everybody's watching Francis, and it's just, you know, it's good. It's all about, you know, just sort of this weird connection.
Very excited about the show, but I'm too nervous because I have to tune the guitars for Francis. He might not like it. He might afterwards, you know, take the guitar and hit me in the back of the head, and then, you know, have a coma, and it'll be horrible. No, I'm a little nervous, you know.
He doesn't seem. I think he wouldn't ask you to do it if he didn't think.
No, he probably could care less if it's attitude. He'll have to tune it on stage himself. Then he'll let me have it verbally, with some banter.